2018 GMC Terrain Review. GMC's new generation of Terrain is amongst the nicest compact crossovers available on the market. Although popular, the previous generation Terrain was falling in need of the class standards for drivability, technology and interior quality at the end of its run. Happily, the fully redesigned 2018 GMC Terrain addresses the downsides the aging generation had and today represents an even more compelling selection for a small, 5-passenger crossover SUV. The new Terrain pulls over impressive trick of shrinking by only over 3 inches in total and 400 pounds in weight in the previous generation without sacrificing more than an inch of head or leg room. Maximum cargo volume is virtually the same, too. That fat loss, put together with new engines and transmissions, promises better performance and fuel economy. However, the bed space engine struggles to supply on its performance or fuel economy in person. We suggest the optional engine upgrades. The turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder improves performance, even though the turbocharged 1.6-litre turbodiesel is pleasant they are driving and is usually a fuel economy champ. GMC estimates it is going to return 40 miles per gallon on the road. The Terrain and its particular sibling, the Chevy Equinox, which is virtually identical in the skin, is just about the nicest vehicles inside the segment to waste time in. It's comfortable and easy they are driving and comes standard with one of the very best infotainment interfaces in the course. There's an abundance of headroom all over, along with the back seats fold flat together with the pull of your lever. Aside through the disappointing base powertrain, downsides such as a slightly smaller cargo area than some rival crossovers and pricing that's noticeably over other vehicles you could be cross-ping. We also were required to ding the Terrain for the overly firm ride quality. If what you're looking for is efficiency, practicality and usability, the Honda CR-V, which consists of 1.5-litre turbo engine, is definitely an obvious choice. The Mazda CX-5 supplies a better driving experience along with an interior that, in higher trims, feels a lot more upscale compared to GMC's cheaper. If you're looking for off-road prowess, the Jeep Cherokee plus the Subaru Forester offer more capability. What's new? The GMC Terrain has become redesigned from your ground up for 2018. We think the SLE using the Driver Alert I package gets everyone the basic safety and technology features you may need, plus a number of you'll want. However, buyers who require a full suite of active safety measures, including forward collision mitigation with automatic braking and lane departure intervention, will have to upgrade for the SLT plus the Driver Alert 2 package. In either case, we also recommend upgrading through the base engine, because the 2.0-litre dramatically enhances the driving experience without a serious mileage penalty. Trim levels and features. Even the bed space SL trim with the 2018 Terrain incorporates some desirable features, however it has a limited options menu. Moving up for the SLE gets you entry to more options. The SLT adds more luxury features and entry to a few higher-end options. Finally, the top-trimmed in leaders features and options that put it inside a luxury class, but it includes a luxury price. The base SL trim are only able to be had while using turbocharged 1.5-litre 4-cylinder engine, 170 horsepower, 203 lb-ft of torque plus a 9-speed automatic transmission, driving the top wheels. Trailering machines are the only major optional upgrade readily available for the SL, beyond whose can't be upgraded. In fact, only 3 paint colors can be obtained, and just white doesn't have an added cost. That said, the SL is sold with a decent group of standard features, including keyless ignition and entry, cruise control, 17-inch alloy wheels, a leather-wrapped tire, a rear-view camera, 2 USB ports for the leading seats, 2 charging-only USB ports for your rear, back and front 110-volt power outlets, a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, as well as a 6-speaker head unit with satellite radio. GM's Teen Driver system and OnStar will also be standard. The SLE trim incorporates largely precisely the same standard equipment as being the SL, adding an auto-dimming rear view mirror, a small spare tire as well as a handful of interior trim piece upgrades. However, the SLE also gets having access to a host of options and packages. Packages add the driver convenience package, which adds an energy-adjustable driver seat, heated front seats, dual zone automatic climate control, roof rails and remote engine start. The infotainment package adds an 8-inch touch screen, a navigation system, a color information display within the gauge cluster, an SD card watcher, 2 extra USB ports inside center console box, as well as a 110-volt outlet for the rear seat. The driver alert package adds heated mirrors, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert and rear parking sensors. Some of these add-ons can be found individually, as well as a panoramic sunroof and trailering equipment. Stepping up for the SLT trim gets you leather upholstery along with the driver convenience and infotainment package with the exception of navigation. Upgrades for your SLT add the driver alert package as well as the driver alert 2 package, which adds low-speed forward collision warning and mitigation with automatic braking, lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, and automatic high beams. The Infotainment 2 package adds navigation along with a 7-speaker Bose music system. Also available will be the preferred package, with a power liftgate, driver seat memory settings, an electricity passenger seat along with the heated controls. 2 gas engines are accessible for the Terrain. The 1.5-litre engine with front-wheel drive comes standard on both the SLE and SLT trims, but both may be optioned with either a powerful gasoline engine or an even more efficient diesel. The more efficient gas engine, a turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder 252 horsepower, 260 lb-ft of torque, is obtainable and is sold with dual exhaust tips and larger wheels. Also available is usually a turbocharged 1.6-litre diesel-powered 4-cylinder engine 137 horsepower, 240 lb-ft of torque, combined with a 6-speed automatic transmission. GMC estimates the diesel will return 40 miles per gallon highway. Equipping the diesel engine also adds the driver convenience package for your SLE along with the preferred package with the SLT. All 3 engines come standard with front-wheel drive, but they could be optioned with all-wheel drive. A knob in AW-equipped Terrains allows drivers to change between all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive promptly. At the top with the Terrain range would be the Denali, which is only able to be had while using 2.0-litre engine. The Denali receives unique styling hues and interior trim, and also Denali-specific 19-inch wheels and LED headlights. It bundles inside the preferred package and driver alert package, together with several other options such as panoramic sunroof. Optional extras with the Terrain Denali add the driver alert 2 package, along together with the advanced safety package, which adds a surround view parking camera system plus an automated parking system. The Denali's Comfort package adds ventilated front seats and heated rear seats, in addition to a wireless phone charging pad. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review derived from our full test in the GMC Terrain SLT Turbo 1.5 litres inline 4, 9-speed automatic, FWD. Driving. The base engine lacks power, the transmission is slow-hitted, along with the powertrain's target fuel economy basically eliminates snappy acceleration and quick pedal response. elsewhere it's better. The brakes feel great, despite the fact that it's no sport SUV. The Terrain handles curves and corners with composure. Acceleration. The small turbocharged engine delivers decent zip at low speeds, but acceleration falls off because transmission runs for the highest gears to save lots of fuel. Good in principle, but awful when attempting to merge or pass. Our as-tested 060 mph time was 9.3 seconds, highlighting the Terrain's leaden pace. Braking. The brakes bite smoothly and evenly, with an above-average relationship between pedal pressure and actual stopping power. Initially the pedal feels somewhat soft but firms up after a number of millimeters of travel. The Terrain stopped from 60 mph and 126 feet in your testing, a good result for a compressed SUV. Steering. The steering is slow, making for just a lot of mush to help through prior to Terrain begins to change direction in earnest. The steering effort weights up nicely at highway speeds, imparting more confidence plus a sense of stability. Handling. Capable and balanced on twisty roads, the Terrain keeps body roll in order. You won't mistake it for just a Mazda CX-5, Ford Escape or some other sportier rival. It lacks hidden suspension tuning or tire grip. But through turns at reasonably high speeds, the Terrain remains stable and composed. Drivability. Good braking and competent handling can't make up for just a weak engine and languid transmission. When you'll need immediate speed, the accelerator often feels mushy and lifeless, while engine speed and downshifts exhibit noticeable lag and delay. Doesn't inspire confidence when highway merging or passing. Comfort. Poorly placed central events and stifling leather upholstery aside, the Terrain is fairly comfortable, no less than at rest. On the road, it's at risk from regular low-impact shock, vibration and jostling on even moderately rough road. The seats are perfect, though, as well as the cabin keeps outside noise from exploding. Seat comfort. The firm although not rigid seats are happy overall and support well over long miles. But they are somewhat compact, bigger and broader passengers will discover them constricting. Bolsters are relatively flat and low, seat backs a little narrow. Rear seats are happy, but cushions are somewhat flat. Ride comfort. This Terrain rides surprisingly poorly on regular pavement. Even mildly bumpy streets sends shockwaves into your cabin, causing a steady hum of shakes and vibrations. Your mother may possibly notice and inquire if something's wrong. Not nearly par for your segment. Noise and vibration. Road and tire noise is restricted to a muted, dull hum of all road surfaces. Some wind noise leaks in at the leading pillars, nevertheless it is muted and acceptable. But the relative serenity is broken by the suspension that transmits a lot of road shake and shudder into the cabin, more mail truck than GMC. Climate control. The control layout is straightforward other versus the 4 buttons for vent mode, that is excessive. Central vertical vents distribute air poorly, but leader heats up nicely. Seats offer cushion-only or cushion and seat back heating, a great feature. Ventilated seats are for sale in any trim level. Interior. The interior will attract and well configured, however some controls are awkwardly placed. Taller drivers ought the controls to extend farther. The panoramic sunroof cuts into rear headroom for taller folks, but overall this is usually a roomy cabin with good space for shoulders, legs and elbows. Usability. Control placement can be a mixed bag. The headlight switch is actually by your knee, snow mode and center console. Least impressive may be the Terrain's unnecessarily clumsy transmission interface, pull switches placed below the climate controls. There's no means of avoiding using those on every drive. Getting and jetting out. The low seat bolsters allow it to be easy to slide into front and back seats. The doors open between 60 and 75 degrees, making to get a wide opening. The steep in height is low enough for some passengers to penetrate and out with minimal effort. Driving position. Plenty of seat adjustment top to bottom, together with fore and aft seat travel. Wide range of adjustment should suit most drivers, although taller drivers might want a more lead-air extension to make sure they must sit too close or upright on the steering wheel. Roominess. There's good headroom in the beginning, however the sloping roofline and panoramic sunroof lower the ceiling and will infringe within the headroom of taller drivers and passengers. Also good space between arms, elbows and door panels, that helps this small SUV feel larger. Visibility. Truckish forward view, the deep, angled dash helps it be hard to know where the leading really is. The front side windows present you with a good view, less so the rear side windows. The rearmost side windows are definitely more decorative than useful, plus the rear window is just too big narrow. Quality. The Terrain shares precisely the same solid feeling because so many GMC trucks and SUVs. There's a solidity towards the sheet metal, upholstery and interior materials that imparts confidence plus a sense of safety. Cabin materials aren't particularly special, nevertheless they look and feel high quality. Utility. The Terrain doesn't provide an abundance of cargo space in comparison with some rivals, but sometimes handle most routine hauling and cargo needs. Some of their more thoughtful features, like small trays in the cubbies and particularly a fold-flat front passenger seat, provide an edge. Small item storage. Plenty of bins, trays and pockets accessible to hold personal items. The cutout higher than the glove box to get a front passenger's mobile device can be a nice touch, similar to the trays within the rear door panels. Thoughtful touches beautifully made with family and passengers of any age in mind. Cargo space. With rear seats folded, the Terrain's 63 cubic feet of cargo space lags behind benchmarks Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4. But a fold-flat front passenger seat is usually a nice touch. The power liftgate and low lift-over height make cargo loading easy, too. Child safety seat accommodation. Latch anchors are all too easy to find and connect to, and there's a good amount of space for forward-facing seats. Rear-facing seats fit well, providing driver and front passenger will keep their seats reasonably forward. There's no top to the middle seat, there is however one inside the rear seat back. Technology. The Terrain deserves high marks due to its tech, improving for the mediocre offerings of past models. Plenty of features are standard through the entire lineup, multiple driver aids can be obtained, and 6 USB ports help make certain that all devices get charged. Navigation incorporates strings attached, though. Audio and navigation. The optional Bose speakers offers surprising power and clarity, but leave your discs at your home, there isn't any CD player. Navigation is all too easy to use and appearance sharp, but included in the package need to buy an electrical liftgate to be. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. Apple CarPlay beats GMC's native software for usability, though the standard system works acceptable for those beyond your Apple Android ecosystem. 6. USB ports for device charging, the first is even the new USB-C standard. Driver aids. Forward collision warning system has adjustable sensitivity, pick your best threshold of panic. Lane keeping assist is insistent, almost intrusive, and keep you inside the lines. Might motivate more turn signal use. Safety alert seat remains an innovation that any of us prefer to beeps and flashes. Voice control. The GMC native software and Apple CarPlay both decipher speech commands fairly well. CarPlay understands natural speech slightly better, but it really relies on a net connection. Native software requires staying within well-defined prompts and parameters.